channel. Thank you so much for joining me. I'm here today filming my very first tutorial on this channel, which is very exciting, and I'm really happy with how this set turned out. It's a really cute little Valentine's Day set, and we're jumping right into it. So we are just filing off my mom's old set here. It's not very grown out. I think she was only wearing this set for maybe a week and a half, maybe right at the 2-week mark. And as you can see, this set is taking a little bit longer to file off, and that's just because most of the color that we did on her was embedded, which means that it's a lot closer to the natural nail, which means you got to file through a lot more product to get all the color off. And I'm not too worried about getting all of the color off right at this step, because as you're going to see in a minute here, I'm going to be going in with my hand file after and cleaning up the edges, perfecting the shape. And you can see here I'm starting a brand new file, so I'm just etching that in so that there's no sharp corners, so that they do not cut your client if you do hit their skin. So make sure you're always doing that when you're using a new file. And as I said, I'm just using my hand file, going around the perimeter of the nail, making sure that everything is nice and smooth. And I'm perfecting the shape a little bit more here. I'm making it a little bit more of a pointier almond. And just making sure we have a really nice, smooth surface for the next product that we're going to put on. So I'm not showing you guys every single finger that I'm filing here, otherwise this video would be a lot longer than expected, and honestly it would just be too repetitive. I'm doing essentially the exact same thing on every finger, just making sure the shape is good, filing the surface, prepping, making sure it's ready for the next step. And the next step is cuticles. So I am just gently pushing back her cuticles here with my cuticle pusher. And then I always go over the cuticles with my e-file. So here I'm using the Erica's Skyver bit, I think that's how you say it, and I'm using this with my e-file on a very low setting. During this step, I also will use my e-file to get rid of any remaining bits of the leftover gel polish from the previous set. Alright, and we're almost ready to start putting some new product on. We are just finishing up with the prep here, so I'm just wiping all of the nails with alcohol, and then we will go in with our prep and primer. Alright, Alright, so the gel system that I use is Light Elegance, and so I'm also using their Prep and Primer products. So the first one that I just put on there was the Vita Prime, which you only need to put a dot on. You don't need to put it over the entire nail, and you also don't need to cure that one. And the next step here is I'm just applying tack, which is also from Light Elegance, and this one you want to put it over the entire nail, but don't oversaturate. And then you also want to cure this one for about 30 seconds. And next I am using One Step from Light Elegance as well, and I'm just applying a thin layer over the entire nail, and this will act as our base. And I'm so excited to finally be using these products. This is the color Rose to the Occasion, and this is from Light Elegance's new Spring 2020 collection. And I'm going to be putting this color on the pinky nail and also her thumbnail. And this is the first time that I'm actually using this collection on a client, and I must say I'm pleasantly surprised that these colors are quite opaque. You don't need to do a ton of coats on them or really thick coats on them, and especially when it comes to embedding products, that is something that I'm fairly new into doing, and so I'm very pleasantly surprised. And the next color I'm using is Talk Dirt to Me. This is also from the new spring collection, and I'm putting this one on her ring finger and her middle finger. And the next color I'm using is Waffle Cone. This color is not from the newest collection. I believe this one came out last year in their, I believe, the spring collection as well. And I've been eyeing this color for so long and I just had to buy it. I think it goes with this set beautifully. Alright, and now I'm going back in with my One Step gel. I'm going to embed all of the colors, and I'm going to apologize in advance because you're going to see a lot of my head come into this shot, and I am very not used to, oh, there we go, yep. I'm very not used to using this kind of filming setup. And when I build the structure part of the nails, I always will like contort my head to the side, which I know you're not supposed to do, but I can't help it. I'm just used to it at this point. And so I do that to make sure that I can see that my apex is in the correct spot, and then I'll have less finish filing to do. Once again, I'm so sorry. And once all the nails are done, I'm just giving them all a quick wipe before I start finish filing. And when I'm finished filing, I'm basically just going over the entire surface of the nail just to make sure that it's all completely smooth and there's no weird dents or dips or anything like that. Now we're going to do some stamping, and this is a new thing for me. I really am very new into the whole world of stamping, but so far I'm loving it. I'm very happy with the looks that have come out from doing stamping. So all the products that I'm using for stamping are all by Clear Jelly Stamper, and the plate itself is called All You Need Is Love. And the first polish that I'm using there is also by Clear Jelly, and that is just their white, which is 002. And once again, my head is in the way because I'm very much not used to this whole overhead filming setup. It's quite the adjustment, especially because whenever I'm doing nails, I seem to always have my face as close to the nails as possible, so I'll work on it, I promise. Also, the red that I'm using here is also from Clear Jelly Stamper. It is 063, and I believe this was part of a winter collection, but it works perfectly for the theme of this set. And now it's time for the top coat. So I'm using the Ugly Duckling No Wipe top coat. It is by far my favorite top coat I've ever used. This is literally the best part. I had to zoom in on it. Look at that. Oh my god. Yes. And that's it, you guys. That's our tutorial. That's our first video. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you have any video requests or anything you'd like to see from me, please leave me a comment down below. I also listed all of the products that I used in the description below, as well as all of my socials, so you can give me a follow there. And yeah, that's it, guys. Thanks. Bye.